Welcome to ET English, the unique English language learning feature of Education Times. This recording is brought to you by Panthea Gunathilaka, the founder of Cleon, Academy for Speech, Drama and Leadership. The Education Times comes to you every week with the Sunday Times, a leading publication of Vijaya Newspapers Limited. ET English introduces a unique way of learning English. Through stories, it has a short novel and also a picture story, both of which are being published in episodes every week. All the lessons and activities that are given in the feature are from these two stories. Many English scholars accept that when you learn a language through stories, you remember them better. Further, the picture story will complement this by adding the visual component as well, where it will help the readers create vivid images in their minds, helping them remember those dialogues and the words through these incidents. Now we're going to bring the audio version of this feature, where you can listen to the stories and the lessons. First the picture story, secondly the novel, and finally the lessons. The short stories are taken from the book The Mirror of Paradise by Asghar Hussain, and beginning with the new picture story I, Jenners, writer Ranjit Gunaratne. To get the best out of this feature, we suggest that you get a copy of the Education Times and also a dictionary. Also, it will help if you read the feature once or twice on your own. At the same time, try to get the correct pronunciation by listening to audio attentively and repeatedly and trying to read it after every dialogue, emulating the voices that you hear. We shall start now. We bring you episode 6 of I, Jenners, the short story. The writer Ranjit Gunaratne. Illustrations by Anton B. Pereira. It's that guy, that road hog, who almost ran over us yesterday.
Yes, I saw. And did you see who was sitting beside him?
No, I was looking the other way. I only saw the car just as it was passing us.
It was the other guy. The guy who was in the van.
No? Are they friends then?
I don't know. It beats me.
Hey, Hans. Did you see who was standing there?
No, man. I only see the road ahead when I'm driving.
You see? That's the trouble with you.
Well, who was there?
Those two girls from the scene yesterday?
No. Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure.
Come on, Marley. Your Aki's lying. She will never miss the tournament.
Then promise me?
I can't promise anything just now. Have to ask Amma first.
Leave that to me. I'll get her permission.
Oh, my God, Nimali. Look behind you. We start with episode 16, A Good Medical Boy. The story continues. Based on a story by Asghar Hussain, titled The Mirror of Paradise. We somehow managed to keep ourselves from laughing. Then Mrs. Dissanayake observed in a rather dismal tone, "Nowadays, there are people who take good family names like yours. Even names like Rambukvella and Monaravilla are used to climb up in society. It's a sad business, really." Her husband sighed. He looked thoughtful for a while, then turned to Rajpal and said, "You know, ever since independence, even people from other caste have been taking good Govi names." I glanced at my friend with some anxiety. For a moment, I wondered whether he would say something obscene. However, he bit back his socialist sentiments and simply said, "Yes, uncle, I know a few such people." I felt relieved. I told myself that we could pull this off somehow. We could then return to campus with a good lunch in our stomachs and laugh over it for years after. I soon managed to turn the conversation to a more pleasant subject, the beautiful surroundings of the area. "This is really a scenic place," I said, and Mrs. Dissanayake smiled.
Now beginning with the activities. Activity 1. Underline the words in the respective lines of column B which are contextually inappropriate to the words in bold in the sentences of column A. Column A. Her husband sighed. Column B. Shouted. Column A. Mrs. Dissanayake observed in a rather dismal tone. Column B. Welcome. Column A. He looked thoughtful for a while. Column B. Wicked. Column A. I glanced at my friend with some anxiety. Column B. Confidence. Column A. I felt relieved. Column B. Distressed. Activity 2. Grammar focus. The relative pronoun who. We can join two sentences using who. Look at the following example from the text and join the sentences in column A with the respective sentences in column B. The first one, nowadays there are people who take good family names like yours. The two sentences joined together are, nowadays there are people, they take good family names like yours. Join the following sentences using who. Column A. There are many children. Column B. They obey their parents. There are some children. They disobey their parents. I glanced at my friend. He was very anxious. The mother feeding her child. He is very cute. Nowadays, parents should listen to their children more often. They are well informed. Activity 3. Find a word from the text opposite to the meaning of the words given below. Happy, bad, enemy, decent, unpleasant. Activity 4. Read the language expressions given below and match them with similar examples. Language expressions. That roadhog almost ran over us yesterday. Similar examples. No, it was not the same fellow. No, I was looking the other way. She'll never miss the contest. It was the other guy. I only have a front view when driving the vehicle. The guy who was in the van. I'm absolutely certain. I only see the road ahead when I'm driving. I must ask Amma. I am pretty sure. I can't be sure of anything right now. She will never miss the tournament. No, I was looking in the opposite direction. I can't promise anything just now. I'll ask Amma to give her permission. I'll get her permission. The chap who was in the van. I have to ask Amma first. We almost met with an accident yesterday.
Let's look at the word bank. The first one, road hog. A motorist who drives recklessly or considerably, making it difficult for others to pass. The second one, observe. To see or notice somebody or something. Thoughtful means absorbed in or involving thought. The fourth one, independence, means the fact or state of being independent. The fifth one, caste, the system of dividing society into classes based on differences in family origin, rank, or wealth. The sixth one, anxiety, a feeling of worry, nervousness, or unease. Seventh word is wonder, which means to think about or reflect on. Eighth one, obscene, means offensive or disgusting by accepted standards of morality and decency. The ninth word, socialist, which means a person who advocates or practices socialism. 10th one, sentiments, a view or opinion that is held or expressed. The 11th and the last word, relieved, no longer feeling distressed or anxious, reassured. That's the end of the activity time for lesson 16. Dear listeners, thank you very much for taking the time to listen to our recordings. You're welcome to give us your feedback and suggestions on the phone numbers and the email address given in the ET English feature in the Education Time section. We meet again next week. The recording was brought to you by Panthea Gunathilaka, the founder of Cleon Academy for Speech, Drama and Leadership. Until then, goodbye and happy learning.